The digital realm, a place of endless possibilities, also houses a dark underbelly of horror and mystery. Welcome, my dear listeners. Today we delve into a world where the innocuous becomes insidious, where the ordinary becomes ominous. Let's begin our journey with a tale that's as chilling as it is true. Imagine a bright and curious soul named Alex, a regular user of an online chat room, nothing more than a place for him to connect, to share, to laugh. But one day, the ordinary chatters and friendly banter give way to something more sinister. An unknown user, a cryptic message, and a seemingly harmless invitation. Little did Alex know he was about to step into a nightmarish reality, a twisted labyrinth from which escape seemed impossible. What happens next, you ask? Stay with us to uncover the truth. In the depths of the internet, Alex found himself entangled with an unseen predator. This is not a tale of monsters lurking under the bed or ghosts that go bump in the night. No, this is a story of a much more insidious creature, one that lurks in the shadows of the online world. Alex was just an ordinary teenager. He spent his evenings chatting with friends in an online chat room. It was there that he met a user who went by the name Silent Observer. Silent Observer seemed friendly enough, sharing similar interests with Alex. They bonded over their mutual love for video games, comic books, and rock music. But as time passed, the chats took a darker turn. Silent Observer started to know things about Alex that he hadn't shared. He knew about the time Alex's dog, Max, ran away. He knew about Alex's secret crush on his classmate, Jenny. He even knew about the family vacation to Hawaii that Alex's parents were planning. Alex was baffled. How was this possible? The friendly conversation soon turned into a chilling nightmare. Silent Observer began sending Alex messages at all hours of the night, his words becoming increasingly threatening. Alex tried to block him, but Silent Observer always found a way back. He was like a shadow, always present, always watching. And then, the unthinkable happened. One day, Alex returned home from school to find his bedroom ransacked. His personal belongings were strewn all over the place. The most frightening part was the note left on his bed. It read, "You can't hide from me, Alex." That was when it hit him. Silent Observer wasn't just an online friend, he was a stalker, a predator lurking in the digital world. He had invaded Alex's life, turning his safe haven into a living nightmare. Silent Observer was the unseen predator, a faceless terror that had latched onto Alex from the depths of an innocuous chat room. This was no game. This was real life, and it was more terrifying than any horror movie could ever be. Little did Alex know his life was about to take a terrifying turn. Now, let us delve into the second tale, a deceptive friendship formed in a chat room. In the vast expanse of the internet, a young woman named Sarah found solace. She was a frequent visitor to a popular chat room, a place where she could escape the mundane and connect with strangers from all corners of the globe. Among these strangers, she found a friend, or so she thought. He went by the username Stargazer, a seemingly harmless individual who shared Sarah's love for astronomy. As the months rolled by, their connection deepened. They chatted about their dreams, their fears, and everything in between. Sarah, feeling a sense of trust, let her guard down. Little did she know the friend she had made was not as benign as he appeared. One day, Stargazer's messages took a chilling turn. He began to ask Sarah personal questions, inquiries that went beyond the bounds of their friendship. He wanted to know where she lived, what time she was home alone, and other disturbing details. Sarah, frightened by his sudden change in demeanor, decided to cut off all communication, but Stargazer was relentless. He bombarded her with messages, each one more menacing than the last. He threatened to find her, to make her pay for ending their friendship. Fear gripped Sarah's heart as she realized the gravity of the situation. She had befriended a monster, one who was now haunting her both online and in her mind. Sarah reported Stargazer to the chat room administrators and to the local authorities. She lived in constant fear, always looking over her shoulder, always waiting for the unknown. The friend she had made in the chat room was now a ghost in the machine, a phantom that lurked in the shadows of her life. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Sarah's fear remained. The experience had left a lasting scar, a reminder of the deception that had once disguised itself as friendship. Sarah could never have anticipated the horror that awaited her. Our final story takes us to a sinister game played out in a chat room. Imagine, if you will, a group of friends, perhaps not so different from your own circle. Bored and seeking a thrill, they stumble upon an online chat room. The name of the game? The Chamber of Secrets, a mysterious challenge promising high stakes and heart-pounding excitement. Little did they know that excitement would soon turn into bone-chilling fear. They logged into the game late one evening, their screens illuminating their faces in the dim light. The rules were simple enough: answer a series of questions honestly, and the last person remaining wins. But the questions were far from ordinary. They started off innocently, asking about favorite colors or childhood memories. But with each passing round, they became more personal, more invasive, and more sinister. Questions about fears, secrets, and dark desires began to surface. The friends laughed nervously, typing their answers with a sense of unease. The game was anonymous, so they never knew who was answering what. But as the game progressed, the laughter subsided and the room fell ominously silent. The friends began to feel as though they were being watched, their secrets laid bare for a faceless entity lurking behind the screen. The tension escalated when one of the friends, a young man named Alex, suddenly logged out. His friends tried to contact him, but he didn't respond. The next day, they found out that Alex had been in a horrific accident. The cause? A fear he had confessed in the game. The sinister game was no longer just a virtual encounter. It had crossed over into their real lives, turning their deepest fears into terrifying reality. Each question became a deadly threat, each answer a potential weapon. The friends quickly realized that they were not just players in this game, but also the pawns. The game had turned. The chat room, once a place of excitement and camaraderie, had become a hunting ground for an unseen predator. In this deadly game, the stakes were higher than they could ever imagine. The internet, while a tool of convenience, can also be a playground for the nefarious. It's a double-edged sword, offering us the world at our fingertips, yet hiding unseen dangers in its shadowy corners. Our stories today serve as chilling reminders of this duality. The internet, in all its vastness, is a place where predators can lurk unseen, blending into the crowd like a wolf in sheep's clothing. They exploit the anonymity it provides, using it as a veil to hide their true intentions. This was evident in our first tale, where an unseen predator used the guise of friendship to ensnare an unsuspecting victim. This story underscores the importance of being cautious about who we trust online. Next, we delve into the dangers of oversharing. The second story highlights how a seemingly harmless act of sharing personal details can lead to dire consequences. Our digital footprints are more lasting than we realize, and in the wrong hands, they can become weapons. It is essential to think twice before divulging information that could potentially make you a target. Lastly, the sinister game illustrates the risks of not maintaining online privacy. The thrill of an online challenge can often blind us to the dangers lurking beneath. It's easy to be drawn into the allure of such games, forgetting that behind the screen, there could be sinister forces at play. Your online privacy is your shield. Don't let anyone or anything compromise it. These stories aren't just tales of horror, they're cautionary tales. They serve as stark reminders of the need to navigate the digital landscape with vigilance. Be aware of the risks, take the necessary precautions, and remember to always prioritize your safety. The internet, in its essence, is neutral. It's how we use it and how we let others use it against us that determines its impact. So tread carefully and remember, my dear listeners, not all that glitters in the digital world is gold. We've journeyed through the darkest corners of the online world together. We've traversed the chilling tale of the unseen predator, a haunting reminder that not everyone online is who they seem to be. We've navigated the twisted narrative of the deceptive friend, a stark illustration of how trust can be manipulated and exploited. We've dared to play the sinister game, a grim testament to the dangerous allure of curiosity. The digital universe is vast and full of wonders, but it also harbors shadows. These true stories serve as a chilling reminder, a beacon of caution, alerting us to the potential perils that may lurk behind every click and keystroke. Our exploration of these disturbing chat room horror stories underscores the importance of online safety and vigilance. So, as we log off from this harrowing journey, remember the lessons we've learned. Stay safe, stay alert. Until next time, keep the lights on.